Hi everyone and welcome back to the channel. My name is Mike. This is going to be a full studio length class designed to uncover your inner peace. I know that sounds like yoga jargon, but it really is true and it really is the goal of yoga. If you like to listen to music while you practice, look down below where I put some links to Spotify and Apple Music, several playlists that you can hit right as we begin practice. So as always, I recommend having some props handy because you never know what we're going to do or if you're going to need them, want to experiment with them. That might include a block, blanket, strap, cushion. Sometimes we sit up for a meditation, and you can have anything around the house that approximates these things. Let's get started. We're going to start lying back. To begin today, I'll ask you to lie on your back, take your feet wide, and tip your knees in. This is called constructive rest. And it's a little bit nicer on the back. Just something new for you to try out. Place your hands now at your low ribs. I want to begin, as always, with a little bit of breath awareness. So go ahead and become aware of the wave of the breath. And know or remind yourself that this breath flows because of the movement of the diaphragm. So this lies below your hands where it is right now. And when you inhale, the diaphragm presses down and it causes the belly to inflate. And as you exhale, it sort of domes up and it helps to empty the lungs. So just establish a little bit of awareness of the wave of the diaphragm. It's kind of a nice thing to attach yourself to when we want to calm ourselves or bring ourselves to center. But also please be increasing your breath into a nice smooth rhythm where the inhales and exhales are even. Becoming present for a moment before we do too much work. And I'm going to ask you to now deepen your breath. Give me another round where you really take a good breath in, because we're going to change what we're doing with the breath for a moment. Place your right hand on your belly and your left hand over your heart. And we're going to do what's called dirga. It's a 3-part inhale. Dirga means long. So wherever you're at in your breath cycle, exhale fully. Now take a third of that breath in at the belly and pause. Another third at the heart and pause. And then the rest of the way and pause. And then give me a long, long, long exhale. We'll do that 2 more times. So find your rhythm. A third inhaling at the belly. Pause. You don't have to be with me. A third at the chest. Pause. A third the rest of the way. Really long exhale. And do that again on your own, finding your rhythm, finding your depth, belly, chest, the rest of the way. The whole time also noticing what this does to your energy. And return back to your smooth one-to-one breathing. We'll start with a nice body, a full body stretch. So clasp your hands, flip them away. Flex your feet, make an L shape, and give me a nice full body stretch here. Inhale. And as you exhale, just let those arms come back to the side and relax the feet. So this is more about concentration than anything. Inhale, clasp, flip away, full body stretch. And exhale. I know. At the beginning of class, we have this tendency to want to rush into it. But you know what? That's pointless. It really is. And there's no prize for speed in yoga. We're going to change this now a little bit. Bring your heels in, at least so you can touch them. And similar. Inhale the arms up with the hips into bridge. And then exhale, time it. So the tailbone is the last thing down. Do that another couple times with good attention at coordinating the inhale, the lift, the exhale, the lower. And you're moving with the breath. So I really want you to get used to doing that, because you're going to work the same amount whether you rush or not. I'm going to tell you that right now. Beautiful. Let's take and gather up our knees if you like to. Give a little low back massage for a moment. And we'll do one more thing from this position. Make sure that you can place your arms out wide to the side, palms down. Now that's going to help you. Drop your knees to the left. And when you drop them, crunch them towards your elbow. And you might like to look away a little bit. Now inhale, come back up to the center. And exhale, drop to the right. Crunch in a little bit. Look the other way. We're going to flow that. So inhale, use your arms. Exhale, crunch, drop, look away. Inhale. Good. Exhale. This flowing belly twist, sometimes we call it the windshield wipers. Side to side. Control it. If you need gentle, you can put the feet down on the mat. You sure can. Okay. Now let's go ahead and gather this up. And we're going to be coming onto our front. So cross the legs, bring the chin to the chest, and rock yourself. Maybe you even hesitate a couple times. Show your core strength. And I cross the legs so that I can maybe use my momentum to come forward, and it helps to keep my legs under me to transition onto my front. Now in tabletop, hands below your shoulders and knees below your hips. Give me some serpentine S-shape movements through the body, like that sidewinder on the sand. Don't be concerned with looking back so much, okay? And then come back to center. Take your right leg behind you. We're going to cross that over to the left side. Now, don't be content with just staying there. Investigate a little bit more movement through the hips, through the rib cage, and open something. Feel some juiciness. Now take this leg and cross it over to the other side. So now it's out at the diagonal right, and also your left hand is going to go out at the diagonal. Now the gentle version of this would be to just kind of come in and out, inhale out, exhale in, or give me some rounds where we really lift up and then swing the elbow towards the knee. Good. Inhale, nice. Lift away from the floor fully. Exhale, crunch underneath. One more. Inhale up, crunch. Nice. And then put that down. I will also add, if you are bothered by knees down so much, I'll show you, just go ahead and use extra padding. Let's take the right leg back and then give it a little bit of a encouragement to lunge through, that lunging practice. Now, this is just whatever is going to help you warm up. Do you feel like you want the hamstring to warm up a little bit more? Or is it more for the inner thighs? Do you feel better if you use a block to do this? Warm the leg in the way that helps your body best. In time, you will listen to what it wants. Okay? All right, let's return to all fours. We're going to do that same stuff again. Take your left leg back, cross it over to the right, and then investigate. Maybe you even put your hand out a little bit more through that side body, hips and ribs opening. And then take the leg, cross it over wide to the diagonal on the left. Maybe you want the right arm as well. Take an inhale, strong. Exhale back to table. Or if you want to use a little more strength, lift away, exhale, and swing the elbow towards the knee. So when you do that, you're going to crunch in and up. Out and up. Exhale in. Last one. And then put that down. Square up. Remember, anytime this is hard on the wrist, you can certainly go to fists. Kick the left foot back. Swing it forward. So if you see what I did there, I'm in the habit of kind of creating smallness here so that I can get it underneath me and forward. Long bones here. I do my best. Now investigate. What does your body need to do here? Is it more for the hamstrings? Is it more for the inner thighs, hips? Do you need a lift? Do all the things that you need to warm up. And we're going to return back to all fours temporarily and practice a puppy pose. So this is the gentle version of a down dog. You leave your hips where they are, start walking your hands out. If that feels okay, you're going to walk more. You're going to feel the shoulders want to work. That's good. Press into the hands. Push the hips away. Bring the belly in and up. This should feel a lot like your down dog. Activating those shoulders. If you have shoulder issues, you're probably not going out this far. Now I want to come through, walk in. I want to come through a down dog and warm that up for a moment. So tuck the toes, press into the L of the hands and the inside of the hands. Lift up. You're going to inhale, lift, press your hands down and your hips up. Exhale. Maybe give your heels a little bit of a bounce. Now that hand placement should feel firm, please. Pretend I'm there, sort of giving a gentle press down at the center of your hands and make a good print, okay? Inhale, lift the belly to lift the legs. Exhale, heels go down. Nice. Take an inhale, look through, and exhale, come up to the top of the mat. Stay low. Plant your feet, feel really grounded. Sway side to side. And then find yourself in the center and just let that head go for a moment. Okay. As you come up, if you want to protect the back, bend the legs, heart rises first, and then come all the way up fully. Tadasana. We're going to warm up a couple different things. So from here, give me any amount of chair. We'll start light. Here, exhale. Show you from here. Inhale, extra challenge if you want. Exhale and bring the knee up with you. Inhale, sit. Exhale, bring it up with you. A few times through, kind of a tree-like quality. All right, come on up. Last one, maybe last round. All right, then find your Tadasana. Always come back to your Tadasana. The real challenge in this stuff is, even when things are very excited, can you find yourself in stillness? That is yogic discipline right there. That's core yoga. All right. Inhale, let's come on, raise the arms. Exhale, down. Put your hands at your shins, and then I'd like you to press yourself away, but practice this for a moment. Put your belly on your bend. Okay, and then inhale, press away, straighten. See how you come way in front of those legs? Practice a few where you bend and straighten. And when you straighten, you're going to really come out far. You're looking ahead. Hold it there. Shoulders back, belly up, slight look forward. So we're going to bring this back when we do our sun salutation today. And then bend the legs. Let's sweep on up and come to Tadasana. Let's do a few side bends. Bring the arms on up, drop your right arm. Start by pressing your fingertips as far apart as you can get them, right? Now use this as a second spine and come over the top. I want to do a warming round here first. This should enable you to get pretty far, but with the support and not having to use so much of your back, okay? Now let's change that. As we warm up, fingertips far apart. Create your second spine. Now go over the top again. Big up and over. And then let's bring both hands on up and exhale. Step your left foot back. Step your left foot back. I want to do a few flows here. I'd like to bring your right arm up. Make sure you're stretching a little bit here. And then exhale. Come over the top. If you want to keep this really light, it's easy to do so. If you want to be bending a little bit more, be my guest. But I'm inhaling, looking to the front arm. And then exhale, look to the back arm. Inhale, look up. Exhale, look to the back arm. And then let's stay up, face the side. Give me a couple shoulder openers, big, and place your hands at your bony parts and your hips. Lift your heart. Inhale. Bend your knees and come on forward. It's kind of like a standing cat-cow. Now exhale, draw the belly up, drop the head. Do that again. Inhale, come down. And exhale, draw in and up. And then pause there. Let's go ahead, have the arms wide. Give me a few rounds where you lunge side to side. We're going to warm this up as well. Showing you gentler or more if you like it. But what we'll do here is as we lunge, you can sweep this way, inhale up, sweep, Or you could even come down to touch the floor, pointing the fingers away. Okay, inhale up, exhale deep. Press your booty back one more round. Last one. Good. And then stay up. If you need to, you can always give these a break. Give them a break like so. But now let's tick-tock those feet. Have it so that the other leg toes go straight off the end. And we'll do the other flow. Inhale. And we're going to look at that arm. Exhale, and we look at the other. Now, if you're having, balance issues, you might choose to just, ground your vision. Look at the same thing. A number of things today that we're going to do will be good for challenging your balance. Okay, let's go ahead and stay up. Inhale. And exhale, step to the top of your mat. So cultivate that awareness of your feet and that readiness for stepping up to the top. All right. Readiness right here for our sun salutation. We're going to begin the sun salutation actually with the side bends again. Inhale. And if you like, take your right hand and guide this over. Inhale, come on up. Exhale, guide it over the top. Now, inhale on up and give me a little bit of a back bend. And exhale, dive all the way down. Nice forward fold. Halfway lift here. Again, you're out in front of your legs. You look forward. The first round will be a little bit of a practice. Take the shoulders back. Keep the belly up. And then forward fold. Go a little bit deeper. Maybe give yourself a little bit more weight to the head. Length in the spine. Okay, good. Then we're going to inhale. Our right leg is going to step back. So on this one, I do recommend today that you put the knee down. We're going to bring our heart through like so. Inhale, coming forward. Now exhale, plant and come back to down dog. Next, inhale, come on forward to a plank. Now this could be from the knees. We haven't done a plank yet today. And then when you exhale, you're going to touch your chin and chest. Now inhale, come on through for a nice cobra. And then exhale, back to down dog. Press through the hands. Inhale, give me another moment in down dog. Exhale. As you warm up, as you gain more flexibility, the heels will go lower and the thigh bones will press back. Look between your legs. At the end of an exhale, take your right leg forward. Again, I'm making that leg so it can kind of flick through and the knee comes down because I want to have as much of an essence of back bend here as I can get. Look through. Use your back and neck strength. When I come up to the top, I'm going to take care and use some strength and momentum. Halfway lift again, come out front, exhale, forward fold. Stand up all the way into a back bend if you can, and then draw your hands right down through the heart center. Pause for a sec. Palms, low center. Feel that activity come to the back side of the heart. Round two, inhale. Give me a nice back bend. Exhale, forward fold, all the way down. Halfway lift. Centered weight in the feet. Exhale, forward fold. Left leg this time is going to send back. Inhale, lunge to down dog. Exhale. Come forward into plank. Inhale, knees or toes. Then exhale, touch knees, chin, and chest at the same time. Inhale, come through cobra. Up dog if you like it. Exhale to down dog. Pause for one breath. Inhale, lift. On the exhale, send your left foot forward. Then you're ready to inhale, look through in that lunge. Momentum, exhale, step to the top. Halfway lift again, look forward. Exhale, forward fold. Stand up into the back bend. And hands to low heart center. We're going to do one more round. Now that we're warmed up, back bend, nice and strong. Forward fold, come on down. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Again, the right leg will step back. Look through. Inhale. Lots of tension. Exhale. Good tension in the body. Active. Come forward. Inhale to plank from the knees or toes. Exhale. Lower yourself on down. Knees, chin, and chest touch. Inhale through. Cobra or up dog. Exhale. Come to down dog. Press the hips high once more. On your exhale, that right leg is going to come through. Then you're ready to inhale. Exhale, muscles and momentum get you to the top. Inhale, lift. Fold. Rise into back bend. And hands come to the heart center. Pause. Again, this class is about uncovering our inner peace, but sometimes, I'm going to say all times, in order to do that well, we have to get right with the world, with the body, with the breath. The peace lies within us, and so practice for a moment just quieting that body. Nice. Today's practice is going to continue the flow a bit. So from the top of your mat, let's start with those side bends. Inhale. Again, I'll show you this way. Exhale over the top. Maybe you're using encouragement. Swing the hips out. Inhale, we'll do the other side. Exhale, other side. Come up, be tall here at the top of the mat, and forward fold. Now, from this place, we're going to flow all of our standing poses once first before we hold them. So nice forward fold, look back on your mat, create 2 lanes, and we're going to be stepping to keep those feet in those lanes, okay? So let's start the flow. Inhale, step your left foot back, and exhale, just go ahead and hold that lunge. Inhale, place your heel down, come on up for warrior 1, and then exhale, warrior 1. So it's 1 full breath per pose. Inhale, open on out for a nice warrior 2. Exhale, broad. Inhale, we're going to bring the front arm up to reverse. Exhale, deeper. To revolve triangle, inhale, you're going to come around, maybe the foot moves, and then exhale, twisting into that revolve triangle. Now use all your faculties to come on up, windmill up into a star, and sit into a goddess pose. Nice. Inhale, star again. You'll step to the top of the mat. So ready. Exhale. Tadasana. Beautiful. Inhale, we'll come on up and stay at the top of your mat. Exhale, your side bend. Now we're going to head into the held versions. Exhale, inhale, exhale. Always moving with the breath. Inhale, come on up. Now the held version of our poses. Come down. We're going to hold the forward fold. Notice, when you came down, I bet your hips swung back. You want to come forward so that the weight is equal in the feet, and I bet you're feeling more stretch if you do so. Do whatever is going to help you be heavier. Hold the elbows, ankles, calves, or even a little gorilla. But have a moment where you are listening to your body and giving yourself the little extra encouragement or challenge that's going to be beneficial for you. Acknowledge where you are today. For sure, things will change with practice in increments. Be content. Okay, next pose is the lunge. You're going to lunge your left foot back. Now you have options. A is down here. Some version of A. Great. All right. B is pretty challenging. Keep the heel up and maybe to the fingertips here. All right. C is the big one on up. And to stay in C, you need to squeeze your foot, thigh, glutes, and behind you, foot, thigh, glutes, the exact same to bring you into a good sense of balance. Okay. Hands can always be at heart if that's better for you. Otherwise, lift on up, draw in. So you don't want to kick back so much that you're kinking in the low back and you're keeping your smooth breath. So your ability to greet this challenge with a sense of what we call equanimity is the core challenge. Okay. It has nothing to do with the thighs. Plus your hands down and your heel down and back. So before you go anywhere, I want those feet good and secure and flat. Reach back, come on up, maybe give the leg a break for a second. And we're going to go into warrior 2. So warrior 2, make sure that knee bends straight towards the foot. Hey, none of this tipping in, not great for the knee. If this makes the back knee feel icky, the gentlest version is going to be closer and less deep. As I get stronger and more flexible, that depth and work increases, potentially into even bigger places. Classic All right. Press into the feet equally. Feel like they're pressing the mat apart. There's also this interplay that happens that swings the hips. Find the sweet spot for you. No back knee problems. Okay, let's go ahead and straighten that and let that go for a sec. We're going to move on to Warrior 2, where I usually want to be a little bit broader and more center aligned. Come on out and knee over foot. Hand over knee, eye gaze over hand, settle. So if you want to flow this, you can, but I don't want to flow just because I'm satisfying my busy mind. What we're doing here should be the antidote to the busy mind. We're training ourselves to be steadfast, okay? Endure a challenge. So why do you flow that, and why did I say that? Let's go ahead, release for a moment. I said that because a flow can be really wonderful for helping us take this hand, wrap it around back, for really helping us get into a pose for taking some of the strain off. But I fear, if you like to, you can take this into a deeper warrior or side bend. When we just flow, how is that any different than our stressful life? Your yoga practice is the antidote to your stressful life. So just train yourself to balance that out, not constant movement. When does the flow make sense? All right, let's go ahead and release this. We're going to come to a revolved triangle. Now, look at my feet. They're very broad. I can't have that for this. I have to be a little bit more two-laned because I need to come all the way around to do this. And if that foot's way back there, it's going to prevent me from doing that. So move and feel and move. Your block probably under your left hand. Inhale, extend equally. Exhale, any amount of turn. You can rest the top hand if that's better for you. But again, maybe you're pressing into the front foot. Send that hip back. Press into the back foot and send that hip forward. Now, what I see in class a lot is that people are obsessed with reaching the floor, and then I get this. Well, that's not a triangle, and you're compromising your twist. Don't do that. Get rid of that. You're doing too much. I need the heel down. So sometimes that means I got to bring myself up away from the floor a little bit more, okay? Now, strong. Let's come on out to the side. Give a little drop. And I want to do a flow here. So settle. Feet and knees out wide, up 45. We'll do this chant and flow. It's called Hari Om. Hari Om is a chant that just means a salute to the infinite sound of Om. So it's Ha right here, Ri, and Om. And the Om could be here, or it could even go that low. So Ha, Ri, Om. Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari Om. Settle. Inhale, prepare to step to the top. Exhale. Into Tadasana, or hands at the low heart again, and train yourself. That was a lot of movement. When you train yourself to let the body go and still the body, we make progress towards uncovering inner peace. The yogis would say that it's there within us all, and it's just covered up. It's not something we have to go finding outside ourselves. All right. Round 2. Inhale, come on up. Let's go to the left on the side bends. That is the key. Joy, bliss, happiness. It truly lies within. And with practice, I've found that that's true. Come on forward, forward fold. And again, we will be flowing before we hold. So look behind you. One breath per pose. Inhale, lunge the right leg back. And exhale into a nice lunge. Put the heel down. Inhale on up, Warrior 1. Exhale. To Warrior 2, inhale. Exhale. And that reverse warrior, inhale. Exhale. briefly through revolved triangle. Inhale, I'm moving my back foot. And then exhale, don't worry about it too much on this one. And they're going to inhale on out to your goddess, but I'm going to come around with you again and exhale. Nice. Inhale, step to the top of the mat, all right? I'm changing sides just so that the angle is right for you. This time, we're going to hold those poses. Come on down. So we held the forward fold, so I just want to take only a moment here. We won't take as long in this one, but I want to get into our other standing poses. You will step your right foot straight back, and your lunge options again are to keep this low or on up with some strength. This requires more quad strength. Okay, this requires more balance. Squeezing equally front and back legs. Nice. You have the opportunity in these lunges to get into this psoas muscle. Inside, can't see it, connected to the spine and the hips. Okay, let's frame that. Put the back heel down. Before you go up, solid feet. Reach, come on up, warrior one. Assess. Do you need something a little bit gentler, or are you okay with something bigger? It's a journey. You can revisit this class as you get more strength, flexibility, etc. Ability to calm yourself, I hope. All right. All right, let's straighten this. Give yourself just a moment's peace. You can do that in the middle of, we can come back to equilibrium. Let's go ahead, broad, warrior two. Knee over foot, hand over knee, eye gaze over hand. One of those methods we have for stilling is where the gaze goes. So if you it's called drishti, looking at the empty palm or beyond, and you don't move your eyes. Okay, let's come on up, open the ribs, reverse. Go ahead, wrap this around to the other side. Ribs up. You can stay here, this is great, or come on down into it a little more deeply. Side bend is optional. So that's why I try to teach with levels for every pose as much as I can for you to investigate. You are a student. Use this as a learning environment. Okay, let's inhale on up here. We're going to be windmilling to that other revolve triangle. Again, I had to move my back foot. A lot of us probably want that right hand right below the shoulder on the block. Toe twisting, releasing the hand if you need. Oh my goodness, nice work. Let's very carefully unwind that to the side again. Star. And then let that go. I have a different flow for this side. Make sure you feel really balanced. Start wide again. Inhale, 4-part flow. Exhale, together. Now inhale, lift your right heel and then release it before you stand up. Inhale, come down. Exhale, together. Inhale, left heel on up. Release it, exhale. Do that 2 more times. Inhale, exhale, right or both. Nice, back up. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, left or both. And come on up. And drop down. Then give me a nice hold where you just practice that for the heels for a moment. Centered, back to front. Big star to the top of the mat. Okay, let's do a balance pose. Today, reasonable challenge in our balance pose. I want you to start by establishing your inner tree. Always. Rooted heavily. Draw that up through the right side of the body, make a trunk. Now, if you want to do a tree, that's great. Or you want to progress a little bit today. I'm going to do this hand to knee. I'm going to show some progressions. Ground your vision, please. I'm going to add the twist today. So I'm going to twist towards my leg, maybe even more. Keep your focus. As I progress, I might even be able to do the hand to toe maneuver. Keep it on up. And as you become better in balance, you can also perhaps look back. Good. Inhale, come center. And exhale, put that down if you need to. Give a little love down there. Yes, I held that for a while. You really do get better when you challenge yourself to go into that. Before we do the other side, I'm coming into a low squat. Feet are a little wide. Come on down because I want you to be able to keep the heels down. If this really bothers the knees, please sit and give a butterfly. Feet together, knees wide. What I want to do is just a little bit of practice for strengthening. Skills for our hand balances, perhaps. So the first skill to master, and we don't worry about crow totally, okay? The first skill is just stronger hands and shoulders. So press with the hands and shoulders. That's a piece of it. That might be all you do today, or you develop that. The second piece is the lift. So I have to use my abs in and up and my legs to squeeze. So I've got the press and I've got the lift. All right. Pressing down, lifting up. You need both. When I can get stronger in those ways, then the third thing is to overcome fear. Good squeeze, press, lift, look ahead, leave the ground. Now, I only recommend one trip through all of that, okay? And then we're going to stand up. So remember, let's move our booty up first and then stand up. Only one trip through all of that because it's pretty, takes a lot out of you. And I don't want you to over fatigue and injure, okay? Find your equilibrium again. Shake it out. We're going to do the other balance. So this time it's the left leg, and we're down in the left tree, trunk, ground. You know, even if it's just a patch of floor, with steadiness, come on up. Maybe this is your pose. Maybe as you get better, you can add a twist. Maybe a bit more. Press down, squeeze your glutes, lift up. Beautiful. Let's bring that in and down, and a little bit of love there again. Nice. Congratulations. You are done with your standing poses. We're going to work to the floor now. Go ahead and come on down into a child's pose for a moment. Knees wide, toes together. Soak up the coolness of your floor, perhaps. In a child's pose, surrender your arms fully, head fully, even if that means stacking them onto something. And if child's pose isn't good for your knees or your hips, then please just sit, do whatever is restful and cooling for a moment. Taking that brief break before we move into some back work. So the first thing I'm going to do is a flow, 4-part flow. It's called Sarvahuti, which means total surrender. I want you to rise up a little bit and spot the top of the mat. You're going to go ahead and snake-like come through into a cobra. So that's your inhale. And then exhale, touch down. Inhale, give me a cobra again. And then exhale, you're going to use your strength of your arms and draw your belly back as you would in down dog. Press back again. Now inhale, snake into your cobra. Exhale, I'm going to do it 2 more times. Touch forehead. Inhale, cobra, as much as you are able to do. Exhale, press back. Now don't just crank into something. Inhale through cobra. All right, shoulders back. Exhale, touch. One more nice cobra, and then exhale back again and pause here in the melting heart. We're not moving our hands, just pause in the melting heart. Okay, we're going to come forward onto our belly and do a cobra flow here. This one is 4 parts. Hands are under your shoulders. Roll everything back. And if you have a sensitive low back, you're really just going to go really easy on this, okay? You'll start by inhaling to find just some nice cobra, middle lift, exhale, then you squeeze everything. Legs are active. Now, inhale, go a tiny bit more or as much as 100%, and then exhale, touch the forehead again. 2 more times. Inhale some middle ground. You choose 50. Exhale, squeeze and hold. It's your challenge. Inhale something higher, max 100. Exhale, put it down. Gentle or no? Inhale, middle. Exhale, good squeeze. Last one. Inhale more. And exhale, rest that. If you want, place your forehead on your hands. Toes out, heels in for that lazy crocodile. Breathe into the belly. Remember that wave of the diaphragm. Affect that in order to let the belly really inflate and help that relieve the low back. Okay, we're also going to do a locust today. So let's send those legs behind us and we'll put this together in sequence. Start at your cobra, active, but in locust, I gotta start by drawing my hands back. Draw those hands back. And you should notice you can actually pull back on these hands to bring your heart forward and give yourself a back bend. That is your A-level cobra. As you progress with strength, you can add arms and or legs. So 1, 2, arms here. So this is still, pretty gentle realm. The biggest version is the full bind and clasp behind, but we are practicing what's right for you today. And I'm going between all of the options. You can be looking at me when I do those things too. Ooh, and I'm giving a good squeeze and I'm holding it for a decent amount here. I know. Let's press on up. If you prefer a child's pose, you can do that to counter. I'm going to do just a little bit of flow here. Tuck your belly in and up. Just this kind of wave-like movement forward and back. So I'm not going into a big back bend because that's what we just did. I'm staying relatively high up, a little bit crunched, really soothing. Good. From here, we're going to progress into doing a side plank. If you need to, if your knees are bothered, please remember you can grab that extra support. Let's walk through all of the different planks that we can do. Easiest. Starting from all fours, you're going to press your right hand right into the floor and send your left leg back. Then you just turn out onto that side. And then add-ons are up to you. This is fantastic. Lift away. Leg, arm, all this good stuff. If you like, you can also do the full plank to full side plank. Keep your right hand under that. Feet could be stacked or one in front of the other. Lift on up. Same thing. You can add. Or look at this. Take the top foot, place it in front of you, and give yourself a tripod lift. Oh my goodness. All the things today. This actually helps you lift. Now, with control, move this back wherever you're at. Set it down. Moving to the other side. Just going to do the other side. Keep your left hand planted under that left shoulder. Right leg goes back. And this foot can kind of be a kickstand behind you. Open up. Explore the options for yourself. And with full control, coming on back. And if you're on something, go ahead and take it away. But take your right leg back and take your right knee to your right hand. Now we're not going to do this pigeon. I know that's what it looks like. But then sit around to the right and swing everything around. Now, if you feel better doing this sort of stuff sitting on a blanket, add that now. Bend the right leg. Take the hip back. Use your right arm to support yourself. And the front hand really is just sort of keeping things from falling out. Okay, keeping it in line. Settle your legs, please. And this begins a sequence of progressively digging a little deeper into the hip. Once you're settled, take a nice inhale, lean back from the heart. And exhale, just turn, look back. And remember what I'm trying to teach you today about stilling. Use your drishti. Let your eye gaze fix on a point. No roaming around. As the pose settles, you should feel some ease come in certain places while you're still using your arms. Stay here. Inhale, lift one more time. Exhale, one, just nice look back, shoulder back, and come around. Getting a little bit more deeply into the hips next. Take your knee and push it out to the side. It's an apana kriya. Apana means down and out. So we're getting things loosened out of the hip a few times, as many as you need. Let's try a cradle the baby today. What you do is you cradle the knee inside the elbow like so. And, in basic version, just sort of pick up your foot and see what you're working with. What do we have here for flexibility or not? Now, a full cradle can actually look like so. Again, these are just places to go as you progress. Some people are naturally flexible in places, but this is a big place that tightens up really quick. Okay, next, things are going to progress into ankle over knee territory. So if you're able to, just kind of slide into it like so, or if you need to, put it together, ankle to knee, give a little shake. And if this doesn't feel particularly stretchy, well, I can fix that for you. Bring it in and you're going to feel quite a bit more. And take a moment, opening. We're going to finish this in a more restful version. So FYI, these are also basically versions of what we would call pigeon, just face up. Okay, so if you're able to collect this all and take it back with you. Now, the lightest version of this is going to be to just leave that foot on the floor and encourage that knee wide. Real easy to control the work. If you've got more flexibility, you might go ahead and reach through to that left thigh and draw it back. Okay, let's go ahead and take those knees, hug them in, cross your legs. If you want to practice that momentum in flipping back on up, then that's where we're going next. So tuck your chin to your chest, crossing the legs so that I can reach beyond them, then transfer your weight on back, like so. Good. Knees down. And then we are ready to do the other side. Take your left leg, lunge it behind you, and then bring your left knee to your left hand, sit around to the left side, and bring all this around. And we're going to do the other side. So getting ready to our twist again. Left leg is bent. Send your left hip back. Left arm will help support me. And the front arm keeps the leg in. Take a few breaths to settle. And then draw a smooth inhale, lean back from your heart. And exhale, just turn to look back. Drishti back over the shoulder, no roaming. Take another inhale to lift gently. Exhale to turn gently. And then back on around. Few of those Apanakriyas for the hip. Press the knee wide. Pull it on in. Press wide, pull it in. This is a nice warm up in the beginning of class too. I've done it in class number 8. Check it out. We use it in the beginning. All right. Next is the cradle to baby. Knee is in the elbow. Pick it up. Play with it. Full cradle, if that is in your realm. Maybe you don't know. Maybe you're going to try it. Definitely, this is a part of the body that snaps back into tightness really, really quickly or easily without, constant attention. Now, towards the ankle to knee, if you're able to put it down that way or set yourself up in a way so that you can get ankle to knee, create whatever challenge is feeling right in your hip. A little shake doesn't hurt. Again, a shake that helps us loosen and to let go. Take this and gather it, not a shake. That's just satisfying our nervous impulses. Okay, foot down and knee wide, or gather it in. On your last exhale, give me just extra squeeze and hug the knees in. We are going to sit, but we won't flip. So just chin to chest and go ahead and sit on up. Find a nice staff pose for me here. Moving on, I'd like to have a moment in what we call tortoise-like. You bring the feet in, but you keep things kind of stacked. And I really like to use a blanket to lift on this one. I want my hips to be behind me. And then I'm putting myself inside. So a tortoise is one that, of course, can get pretty bendy. What I'm doing is I'm folding ever more forward, my shoulders ever more towards my knees and or under. So if I wanted to, this could be a great gentle place. And I'm encouraging the fold. Okay, don't get obsessed with the legs. Or maybe I can take those fingers, spider creep on around. Breathe. When it gets tight, we stop breathing. And there's a little bit of tension here with the arms and legs together that helps to draw me into my shell a little bit more. So this is more of a medium tortoise. The big versions happen when these shoulders get, really far down under the legs and arms out, etc. Okay. Deep. Just be content with drawing yourself into your shell. And gently creep on out of that. Come back. Find a staff pose. Just have a moment of stillness again. Be content. And I want to come down, but do a little bit of practice. Remember in the beginning how we had a 3-part inhale? Come down. I'd like to use a leg drop with a 3-part exhale. Put your hands under your glutes, not your bone. Nice long body. And we're going to lower the breath in 3 stages, legs and breath together. Take an inhale, deep. So you exhale a third out and drop a third. Pause, exhale another third. And then touch the heels down or long. And then I want you to inhale up. So you can keep this as gentle as you need. I'll show one gentle. Inhale, drop 1/3. You can keep the heels in. Inhale, drop 1/3. Okay. And sorry, that should be exhale. Drop, drop. Bring it on up. I'm going to do 2 more. So it's exhale, drop a third. Exhale, drop a third. Don't arch your back. Exhale, drop a third. And you can rest or hover. I'm going to go back in and up. Last one. When you're ready to exhale, drop a third. Another third. Last third. And then wherever you're at, let go. Let your hands come out from under you. Just take a moment. Give me a couple breaths to find your center again. Now, the last pose that I want to do is a fish, and I'm going to show all the varieties of this so that you make sure that you do the version that's right for you. Now, we do return back up, but please do that gently because we're at the end of class. Rocking up really gently. Let me show you the different ways of doing fish. Now, nice gentle version is going to be where I use my blanket, and you need to experiment. This is going to be different for all people. It goes below the spine, but there's a rule. As I come on back, my hips are on the floor. The rule is the head, the back of the head touches. It's never hanging in space. And then it's this beautiful heart opener, shoulder opener. This might be great for a lot of people. Find the best spot for the neck. Great, gentle place. Now, let me show you the version with the block. People with larger frames like me might be able to put this below the shoulder blades and do a similar thing. But remember, what was the rule? The rule was the back of the head will touch, and mine will. But if yours wouldn't, and you wanted this deeper opening, but the head's not touching, well, then I'm going to grab my blanket and help myself out. The rule is the head must touch. Okay, these are both just different degrees of the gentle opening. Arms open to the side. If you're happy where you are, you're happy where you are. But I do want to demonstrate also the full fish. And the way I get into it is from hands under the glutes. You got to have open shoulders in order to do this. Again, what was the rule? The back of the head touches. So is it? No. I would have to shift until it does. And then so the full version of fish is not restful. Okay. You have to keep kind of using some strength in your arms. And some people like to add the lift in the legs. This is the end of class. Enjoy a gentle sense of open heart, letting go perhaps. Now, whatever version you're in, draw your chin towards your chest and come either out of that or off to the side so that you can remove what's behind you. Then we're just going to prepare for Śavāsana. Now remember, if you prefer that constructive rest we learned in the beginning, feet wide, knees together, this helps the low back to settle a little bit better. Remember, you can also lie long. Remember that if you're feeling warm, lay with the arms apart from the body. Maybe even nice, open wings. They can be out there, and the legs, the feet tip out, the legs are heavy, tip out. Establish your good seat of relaxation. as I've been trying to underscore through this whole practice, Shavasana is especially a time when you can peel back the layers to uncover inner peace, joy, bliss, words used in the tradition. If we can't settle our body and our breath, we don't have much prayer of being able to go within ourselves. And so do use this time to practice letting go, the body being heavy. No rushing. This is a crucial counterbalance point of our practice. We don't skip this. Time to allow yourself to be, not do. Notice the state of your breath, and could that become a bit more calm as well? Maybe mindfully drawing a smoother, deeper breath, and an even deeper exhale. Probably the hardest thing is to let go of the mind. Just kind of notice its tendencies to follow after, reach out to things, and suspend that. Be content without needing to reach out for more, knowing that everything you truly need is within your true self. Allow for that to come to the surface. Relax. Without moving anything, just allow your awareness to come back into the body. Notice any sense of peace you may have found. And try to draw that peace back into the body with you as it gently wakes up again. Gently through the arms and legs, maybe the neck, with a sense of peace. If you like to roll onto your side, bring your right arm overhead. Roll onto the side, bring your knees in, and take a couple of transitional breaths there. And sit gently back up again. Now, for our meditation today, I'd like to keep it fairly simple, just finishing on the path to yoga is really what we're doing. So, without fuss, try to elevate yourself. If you are sitting in meditation, you do want to sit up on something. Elevate the hips, and then the legs can be crossed. Arms are just comfortable. And I'd like to begin by practicing, because we're familiar with it, this dirga breath as a soothing thing. So once again, we'll be putting together just a smooth breath. I'd like you to count the breath now. As you inhale, maybe that count is as long as 6 or 7 or 8. Just effortless. Long inhale. Long exhale in a nice rhythm. To establish now this practice of pranayama, of dirga breath, as one of extra sense of calming. Wherever you're at in your breath cycle, just gently exhale fully. Then give me a nice smooth inhale. And as you exhale, just exhale a third and pause. A third and pause. A third and pause. Whenever you're ready to inhale, you do that. Inhale fully. And now I'd like to let you explore the length of these. Third, exhale, pause. Doing that again in thirds. And for some people, the pause will be, and the length will be longer, some shorter, don't worry. Smooth inhale after that. What's important is that you find an easeful rhythm. You never want any of this to be anxiety producing, like you feel like you're losing breath. It's just a natural sort of letting go through that breath. Smooth inhale, 3-part exhale. And after you finish another cycle, just go ahead and go back to smooth, long inhale, single, and smooth, single exhale. You may find even in time that your exhales on this smooth and even breathing, you can make the exhales longer than the inhales. No stress. Settle into a rhythm of deep exhales. Pranayama, a great way to train the mind. Let's take this breath focus just one more step further. Move your breath just into regular one-to-one breathing. maybe a little less long, but mostly automatic. And I want you to draw attention to your nostrils as you inhale. Notice the sensation, the touch of breath we would call prana in yoga. This vital essence, prana, as it touches and you feel it enter you. And continue to explore that touch of prana at the nostrils. When you inhale, how that sensation draws back up and strikes the roof of the sinus. That sense of drawing back from the nostrils up to the place behind your third eye. No strain, only watching. This is the point where learned yogis say that our prana, our life force, comes into contact with our mind. Feeling that touch of prana at the third eye, sensitivity. And as you feel that touch of prana, can you imagine a sort of a glow, a sense of light building as it touches this area of the midbrain? A glow begins to happen, a white light, maybe a bluish quality. And it's like filling a cup. Every inhale allows this vibrancy of white light to grow. And eventually, maybe that white light just fills the space of the head, bathing the mind in prana. As the final phase of this meditation, see if you can't take that brightness, that filled cup, and let that light spread down and out into every pore, every muscle, illuminating your whole self. Expand that white light throughout the body. The light is a representation of your own inner bliss, your own true self. I invite you to take your hands into the Anjali Mudra, touching the tips of the thumbs to the heart center. As always, just let the chin nod down and remind yourself that you came with the best of intentions, that you did your very best. Now, please do allow yourself to let it go. Thank you so much for spending the time to practice with me. I hope that if this gave you some challenges or things to work on, that you come and revisit it. It really is an important way of progressing in body, in breath, in mind. Okay. Check out a bunch of other classes here in the library and click to subscribe. Helps me out. See you next time.